I'm Cheryl Haworth from Savannah, Georgia, and this is the Rosie O'Donnell Show. On today's show, John Ritter, Rosie's Mammogram mamas, author Alice Walker, and Jane Seymour. Hit it, John!
Hurry, grab a good seat now. Rosie, it's on your way. Going after lots of surprises. New people and big stars, a brand new day. You're feeling great, there's no need to wait. We're all got to go.
Well, I'm all on Twitter. We got John Ritter.
It's the Rosie O'Donnell Show.
Congratulations!
Very much.
Here's Cheryl, our Olympic medalist in weightlifting. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful right now. Just bronze medal's amazing.
So proud of you. How old are you now?
I'm 17.
17.
Yeah.
I saw you on Regis Philbin about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And you were lifting up. How much weight was that?
That was 135 kilos, which is about 300 pounds.
Wow. Over
Yeah.
your head.
Over my head.
Now, when did you first think to yourself as a young kid, you know, I'd like to lift that thing? You know?
Well, I always knew I was kind of strong, you know. On the ride home from school or whatever, I would arm wrestle the high school boys and just completely just blow them out of the water.
Good to know,
And,
Cheryl. Good to know.
Yeah, and I trained for softball and I went to the gym because, you know, I knew I was strong and this just looked like the thing I should do, and I did it.
Right. And now, do you enjoy it? Do you get scared? Because to me, it looks impossible.
Well, I mean, we've done the movement thousands of times, and that's all we do. I mean, we just do the movement to try and get ourselves stronger, and you get really nervous at times, you know, being up on that stage all alone. But it's definitely worth it.
Now, how much did you lift to win the bronze?
My final lift was 320 pounds in the clean and jerk.
And how much did the gold medal winner win? The gold medal lifted how much, the gold medal?
She did a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did this.
Yeah.
Yeah, how old is she?
21, I think.
21. So
Yeah.
you got a bunch of years on her. When
Yeah.
you're 21, you'll kick her old saggy butt.
I will.
Are you going to go to the next Olympics? Yeah?
Definitely. You know, if I stay healthy, I have like 8 world championships to compete in until then. So I'm going to, you know, go there and try and win a world championship before I head on to Athens.
Now, how has it been at school since you've won? Have you been back at school yet?
I haven't been at school to study, but I've been there. They had this huge surprise thing for me, and they made me go up on the stage and everything. I was so embarrassed, but it was great. You know, I have all the support of all my classmates, and it's amazing. You know, they like to hear about the places I've gone and the people I've seen.
Yeah.
And they think it's really exciting.
What's your message out there to young people who want to get involved in sports, especially young girls who look up to you?
It's really great to have the opportunity to do things like this. You know, when I was younger, I never thought that if I thought Olympian, oh my gosh. I remember my mother telling me that Olympians train year-round. I was like, you know, softball season's just about as far as I go, and it's like 2 months.
Right.
So I just couldn't imagine training that much, but I did it, and it wasn't as hard as it seems. And, you know, it's wonderful. I get to travel the world, and, you know, it doesn't matter who you are. It's just as long as you work really hard, you'll be able to do anything.
Stay dedicated, believe it, and you can win it. Now, what are you doing for fun now that you're done? Are you taking some time off and going to relax?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to my aunt's river house and do some crabbing and shrimping and fishing.
Crabbing and shrimping and fishing.
Yeah, have a low country boil, you know, just relax. Go out on the boat.
Do you know how I injured my hand?
Yeah, somebody
Fishing.
told me,
Fillet knife, brand new.
Ooh.
Taking the price tag off the fishing pole. Can you believe that?
Oh,
right
I'm so
through,
sorry.
Cheryl. Boom, right through my tendons there. My finger, look what it does. That's it.
Yeah, you need that tendon.
Yeah, I'm not even being rude. That's really what it does. Well, I knew you were going fishing, and although it's against my better judgment because you are an Olympian and a medalist, and I don't want you to be injured, but I did call LL Bean and ask them for some fly fishing stuff and spinning gear and a whole bunch of crap, and look what they said. They're going to make you all this for you. The top of the line, LL Bean fishing gear. You're welcome. You have a great time, and we'll see you in Athens, all right?
Thank you. I'll definitely be
All
there.
right. Say hello to John McPhee, the McPhee LT. on,
I'm
McD?
good, really well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got a
What'd you
good,
do last
good
night?
night's sleep last night.
Did you?
Well, I was a bad American.
What?
I fell asleep during the debate.
Oh,
How
you
bad
think?
is that? That's
Well,
pathetic.
you know,
I was a little tired.
They weren't exactly gangbusters last
That's
night.
true. It was kind of nicey nice. And,
Yeah,
you know.
but it was nice. I was happy
Yeah.
that Al Gore's makeup was toned down.
Oh, that's good.
The first debate, he had so much rouge, he was looking La Cage aux Folles. What was that about?
No, I don't know.
I don't know what he was
Yeah, he
thinking.
looked pretty normal. He was pretty
Yeah,
normal.
but,
yeah.
you know, what scared me was George Bush said that thing about, you know, we put those 3 guys to death. We're killing them
I
and
saw
taking
that this morning.
so proudly, you know?
I know. What's
Like it was nothing. Yeah, we're killing them people.
What is? I don't get that.
Scared me a little bit of pay no attention to that man behind the curtain, you know?
Yes, exactly.
I don't know, but
I know.
the closest election in the history of the
very
elections,
close.
they say now.
It is. Everybody-
Neck and neck.
everybody
Women,
has
you
to
got to
vote.
register, got to vote.
True.
Women voted. If every woman who was eligible to vote voted, we would change the course of history.
Indeed.
Women, I'm counting on you. Mothers, you got to vote. I don't care who you vote for, although I tend to really discuss a lot who I like. But I'm not going to
That's
discuss
right.
it,
It's not about
although you
that.
can infer, basically, from the fact that I'm usually more to one side than the other. But I'm not really going to bring it up because people, I go crazy on the, you're a horrible un-American. I can't believe you said it's you know.
That's what you believe.
Right, and then I usually write back, oh, shut up, send, you know, which isn't good, because I get into fights on the computer about that, you know? It's my show. You don't like it, don't watch, send!
Right.
You know?
Well, you
It's not
know.
good. I shouldn't do that.
That's what you believe. Come on.
I don't know.
I think it's great.
I get crazy, you know what I mean? But I had a good night, too. I watched the debates, although
Yeah.
I went home right after the show because I was sick, as you
Yeah,
know.
you're
But
feeling better, though,
A
right?
lot better,
Good.
thank goodness.
Good.
But I fell asleep when I was home. I woke up a little bit to watch the Yankee game, fell asleep in the 8th inning,
Yeah.
right as they were yelling at the ump because it was a tie at first and they called O'Neill out. So I fell asleep. We were losing. I woke up and...
Yankees win. Big winners. Yes. And the Mets, too. The Mets, too.
Yeah, it was great. And then I was up for the debates,
Yeah.
which were interesting, you know.
Yeah.
And then and then I fell asleep, but I slept the whole day and then the whole night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you know what's funny was because last time I was that sick was when we had JFK Jr. on the show.
Oh, yeah, in L.A., right?
In L.A.
Yeah.
Remember, I had a virus there as well.
I remember.
And I did the show anyway because
Yeah.
we had never had him on the program, and I so wanted to
Exactly.
meet him. So it was funny. All day yesterday and all night, I dreamed of him.
You did.
Yeah, I dreamed
Yeah.
that he was I saw him in Central Park, and
Mm.
it was funny. One of those dreams where then you wake up and you think for a moment, is it real? You know those?
Right, right.
Yeah, it was very sort of sad and touching, but that's what I did yesterday. We have some gifts for people. You know, Coach, a great company,
Yeah.
they every year do this wonderful watch, and all of the proceeds from this watch go to the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. 100% of the proceeds. It's available at Macy's. It's available at Coach stores nationwide, and I'm going to sign it. We're going to put it up on eBay. Everyone in the audience is getting a Coach watch today, not this one. This one is all the money goes to charity. A different Coach watch for everyone in the audience today. I want to thank the Coach people.
Very nice.
Because they've done so much in terms of helping with charities. And also, this is a great watch that they sent to me. It's their new retro watch. See this one? I love it. It's so cool. You put it on. It looks like a little like bracelet, and it's a watch. And I was going to keep it, but I decided to sign it and put it up on eBay as well. So I just
Great.
wanted to thank the Coach people for that. And go on eBay.com. We're going to raise a lot of money. All the money we raise this month will go to breast cancer charities, as October is
That's
Breast
great.
Cancer Awareness Month. Okay.
That's great.
What else do I have to tell you? We have a great show today. We really do. Alice Walker, one of my favorite authors, has a
Yeah.
brand new book. Loved it. I loved it. Talking all about love and broken hearts and moving forward in your life. And our mammogram buddies, one of our mammogram ladies who are trying to encourage other women to get mammograms for the month, she's here today. She's going to talk all about how many women she's gotten signed up. Gotten, is that a word? Not really sure. Up first is the very funny, I'm so happy he's here, Mr.
Yep.
John Ritter. And then later on in the show, the wonderful and beautiful Jane Seymour. So it's a great show today.
Really great.
Action-packed. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
If I was president of the United States, I would give poor people money, and I would give them homes and or a shelter, and I would take care of them, and I'll give them money to live.
Next, only Rosie, the cutest guest we've ever had. Richard Gere. Tootie. Tootie. And the feeling is mutual.
I just want you to know something. You are a cutie patootie.
Oh,
Plus, host of Extra, Lisa Gibbons. And how far will the cast of Broadway's The Full Monty go?
We are rated G.
Then, despite the odds, he fought his way to a high school debate championship.
He realizes that his power is in his mind.
A true super kid. Tomorrow.
Our first guest, so much fun last time he was here. We would have invited him back, even if he wasn't starring on Broadway in Neil Simon's new play, The Dinner Party. Please welcome back to the show, cutie patootie, John Ritter.
Hi, darling.
How are you?
doing?
Good to see you.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, your little daughter's in playing with my daughter.
Yeah, she was crying this morning. I think she's still in L.A. time. And we said we're going to see Rosie, and she started to be very serious and calm. And then when she went into the daycare, they had a wonderful little romper room in there.
Yeah.
I spent my time in there instead of the dressing room. Yeah. But I was like, you okay, Stella? She was like, Disneyland. So she's having a ball. I think Chelsea and Mia are in there playing with a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah,
it's just,
so cute, huh?
we're having some fun over here, Rosie.
Yes, we are.
Come on down.
Come on down. You know what's funny about Disney World? My kids thought that the Disney store was Disney World before we went to Disney World.
Oh.
So they keep going, let's go to Disney World. I'm like, okay. And we walk over to, 67th Street.
So
here we are.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Yeah, you
That's
can trick
great.
them when they're little.
Have you ever been to Disney World with the kids?
Only once in my entire life, just when we went down there in May. Was the first time in my life I had been to Disney World.
That changes their life.
Yeah, it really does.
I conquered the Matterhorn, Dad. I'm a man now.
But you grew up near there, though.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you went
I
when
remember.
you were a kid.
I'm so old. I remember when Disneyland opened. It was the first all-nighter I ever pulled, as they say. I spent the whole night waiting for it to be morning, and I couldn't believe that my parents were not out of bed by 6 o'clock in the morning.
More exciting to you than Christmas.
And then, so I got to Disneyland, and I went on 2 rides, and then I was sound asleep.
No.
I don't remember what happened, but it was so exciting.
Now, has your young daughter been there yet?
Not yet.
Not
We're going to send her alone because we don't want to coddle her. I think it's time for her to get out on her own and go on the Amazon boat cruise.
Now, how is she dealing with New York? You relocated here.
She loves it. Amy, my wife, and I wanted to go see Alice in Wonderland, a beautiful sculpture in Central Park on Monday, I think it was, my day off. And so, because she sees Alice in Wonderland, and we talked to her about Lewis Carroll and his problems. Only kidding. And and so she watches the thing all the time. Mom, that's Daddy Tweedledee. So then we walked, and all of a sudden, we saw these people sitting down. And Amy and I looked at each other and went, you know where we are? We're in Strawberry Fields. And it was the day John would have turned 60.
Wow.
Now, Stella loves the Beatles because of Yellow Submarine. She can name them.
Really?
And so we sat down, and Amy went over to talk to someone or do something with a camera, light a candle or something. And she said, what did you tell Stella? She looks reverent. And I said, well, I never told her about John. I said, John's with God. And she looked at the people lighting candles. The people were playing Starting Over from the Double Fantasy album. It was so touching. We were just sitting there, and we started talking to a lot of the people. We just happened to come on that and on the day of his birthday. And then we went to see Alice in Wonderland sculpture, and it was one of the greatest days that we've ever spent in our life. And it was just right, it was such a surprise. It was a serendipitous time for us. And it couldn't be more beautiful. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah. It's amazing what kids process about that whole God and heaven.
I didn't know how far to go, but I just said that he's with God, and, he died, and Stella sort of got whatever she got. I didn't want to get into, anything else, because I don't know how much she understands, and I'm thinking, how far do I go with this? And it's always, I think, you make a mistake, and then you try to take a step back and try to go forward. I've been a father now for four times, and I'm still learning.
Yeah, it is. It's true, because, we now have Mia, the foster kid, and it's, they're all trying to figure out, my kids, how they came to be in our family, and who came when, who was born first, who was born where, and then they ask a lot about my family and my mommy, and so I hear them talking, and Parker's like, well, she's up there. And they're all looking out the window. I'm like, what are you doing, honey? And he's like, I'm just showing Mia that your mommy's up there in the clouds.
That's so touching.
She wanted to know where she was,
I think the key is just keep talking, and really important that parents forget keep listening.
Right.
I think that's really the most important thing.
Yeah. Now, how long? Are you going to just stay here for the run of the play, or are you going to?
Yeah, I
move
am,
here, you think?
unless they kick me out and run me out of town on a rail.
But would you move to New York, or you're pretty
Sure, we have, Amy found an apartment here.
Yeah.
We live with some other families, but that's okay. We're getting to know them. One guy's a bully, but that's all right. You can have the bathroom. But I wanted to tell you, speaking of kids, my son, Jason, who's at NYU at the Atlantic Theater School there at the Tisch program, he got a play, and he's off Broadway now. He opened last night in this play called The Beginning of August with Mary Steenburgen and these wonderful actors. And Neil Pepe, who's in the Atlantic Theater, and his wife, he's directing it, she's in it. And there's Jason on stage, and I saw a preview of him.
No kidding.
I want to tell you a little story about my son. I was so nervous for him. And Mary and this guy, Ray, they smoke these cigarettes, and they put them down on this lawn. It's a carpet, and they stomp them out. Well, one cigarette didn't actually go out. And this is Jason's monologue where he's feeding a little baby a bottle of water,
right.
And he's got this big monologue. And all of a sudden, there's this smoke coming up behind him.
Oh, no.
And I'm going, no, are you kidding? And the audience is going, I don't like this. They're sort of restless.
Oh,
and
boy.
so Jason's talking, and he looks back, and he sees the smoke. Now the smoke is getting really big, and people are going, Harold, I think we should run, And so Jason just went like this. He took the bottle of water, and he dumped it on the cigarette, screwed it back on, and started talking again.
Good for him.
So I came up to him at the end of the show, and I said, hey, man, I got to ask two things. Was that planned? And he said, no, it just happened. I thought I'd put it out. And I said, well, then, first of all, thank you for saving our lives. Second of all, you gave a wonderful performance.
Right, exactly.
And he did, and Mary is just wonderful. It's just great. It's at the Atlantic Theater Company for those in New York. And if you're not in New York, come on down.
You know what's so funny? When we did, I know I have to go to break. I did Grease on Broadway. You'd think from years and years of being a stand-up comic, I'd be able to deal with situations like that.
Yeah.
Wrong. One night, Marsha Lewis, who played Miss Hannigan, has a bowl of punch, and the woman who was supposed to close the stage door so that there's a big hole, stage floor, in the middle of the floor, didn't close it, and she fell backwards 8 feet down.
Oh, come on.
Into the... I start hysterical crying. Great character. The other people are still doing the hand jive. I'm like, oh, my God! Oh, my God! Somebody get a doctor! I ran out in front of the curtain. I'm screaming, there's a doctor! And she was fine. She climbs up. Rosie, knock it off. I'm all right, I was, like, hysterical.
Oh, that's so
The worst. I'm like the biggest loser. And he just casually and finishes the play.
Oh, that's
not me.
so funny.
I'm so codependent.
You never know what you're going to do
I
in a
just need a
situation
lot of
like
therapy.
that.
That's the point. We're gonna
You and me both.
I
We'll do it
know.
in double.
We should.
You want a double?
Get the other people from your house to come, too.
All right, they'll come.
The bully. We'll
A
get
group.
him. We'll group. The Dinner Party is the new play. We're going to talk about it right after this break. Neil Simon's new play with John Ritter. We'll be right back after this. Still ahead, actress Jane Seymour. Back with John Ritter, who's starring in the new Neil Simon play, The Dinner Party, with Henry Winkler.
My buddy Henry, who I
How much
love.
do we love the Fonz? We love him.
He is the greatest guy in the world, and every night we look at each other and say, are you ready for this? Can you believe we're on Broadway now? Last night, Jan Maxwell, who's one of our actresses, it's Vianne Cox and Penny Fuller, who I did Shakespeare with in the 70s, and she's in it, and our buddy Len Cariou. There's 3 guys and 3 girls, and directed by Johnny Rando and Mr. Neil Simon, who I'm so close to, I can literally go up to him and say, hello, Mr. Simon. But Jan came in, and there's a picture of Penny, me, Henry, Len, Vianne, and Jan in a Hirschfield. It's going to be in the Sunday Times this Sunday at Arts and Leisure with a interview by this guy named Mr. Simon. And the thing is that as an actor, before you ever thought of any success, you look at the Hirschfelds and go, God, look at this guy. And all of us were so touched and thrilled. We were like, I can't catch my breath.
I know.
And it means that we're part of this theater history that's just it's such an honor. And so we don't really care about the reviews. But now that we have this, it's just such a thrill. And the people in New York, have been so wonderful. And, I watch your show and see how supportive you are and, for the shows on Broadway. And it's so thrilling to me in L.A. to watch that. But that they've opened the door and the casts and the crews are so kind to us. I thought, what do they say? You're from TV land and Nick at Night and, get out of here. And they've been just so wonderful, and the audiences so far have been just exceptional.
Well, it's going to be a great season on Broadway, I can tell you that. You know, the Gore Vidal play opened, this play opened, and it's great. It's going to be a great season for everyone. So if you come to New York, definitely get your tickets in advance. You're also on Felicity, I hear.
Yes, I have a clip that I brought. I took from the folks at Felicity. My daughter Carly and I would watch this show Felicity, and we'd say, that's what college is like. Now Carly's at Vassar, so she can, you know, figure it out on her own. But I play Ben Covington, who's Scott Speedman on the show, and I'm his father, who he's talked about. In fact, I watched him talk about him, then I got to play him. I said, wait, that's me.
There you were.
Little Rod Serling there. And so I come to Felicity to explain to her, and I'm in a lot of emotional turmoil, how badly I've treated my son. And there, I've set up the clip. I can say no more.
Okay, take a look. Felicity, I haven't seen this.
There's so many things that I'd like to say. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
No.
Can you please? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. No, it's okay.
So good. Thank you.
You slime bucket!
No.
What is that?
Well, it's just I don't know. That was an outtake, actually. I didn't know the camera was rolling. I was just talking about my acting career, and
No, that is your son's girlfriend!
No, I'm so... Mariana? No, that's the real son's girlfriend. I would He can't watch the show.
It's live.
No! No!
Maybe, hopefully, we'll be preempted by something. You never know. Something big in the world could happen.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Well, anyway, watch Felicity and you'll see what happens next.
And go see him at the Music Box Theater, the dinner party, Neil Simon's play. Lovely to see you, John. I'm not going to kiss you because I was sick. Okay. All right, we'll be right back with my Mammogram Mama after this. Give us an update. Please welcome back to the program, Sonia Gran. Hello, Sonia.
Hi, Rosie. How are you?
Good to see you.
How's everything?
I'm good, thanks. Now, how's it going?
It is going so great. I'm having a very, very good time. But, you know, putting aside the fun of the contest, I'm just feeling really good that I'm able to educate so many women.
Right.
That's such a great feeling.
Right. 4 of the women who were afraid to get mammograms have come back. They're our Mammogram Mamas. They're going all over their neighborhood communities trying to educate women about the need to get a mammogram and also providing free mammograms for women that they are able to convince to get them. We have a tape of what you did in order to encourage women. Sonia, you're a riot. You cracked me up.
No.
Take a look at this tape. It's pretty good.
Hi, Rosie. It's me, Sonia. I'm Sonia Mammogram for today. I'm here in Co-op City, where I live, and I'm trying to bring breast cancer awareness to all my friends and neighbors here. Have you ever had a mammogram?
How many of us?
Have you had a mammogram done? Have you had a mammogram? Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Have you had them freshly squeezed?
One way or another,
Rumor has it you've never had a mammogram?
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you.
Why?
Because I feel fine. I just didn't...
Oh, no.
One way or another, I'm gonna win you.
I'm very steady.
So am I. That's why I'm still sitting here.
Well, that's okay. You'll sit here from now forever.
I'm gonna get you.
You like melons, huh?
Yes.
Speaking of melons, have you ever had a mammogram?
Yes.
And you haven't had a mammogram? Why?
Because I'm from Germany.
And they don't have boobs in Germany? You have a daughter.
7 years old.
7. Oh, don't you want to live to see her grow? And you won't have a mammogram for her? The answer I want to hear is yes, I'm going.
Yes.
Oh, Oh, look what I found. I know there got to be women in this place. Every 2 weeks, you sit down here for about an hour, and you cannot get yourself a mammogram once a year. We're not going to stand for that, honey. Oh, what are we eating?
Breast of chicken?
Breast. This is a great place. It's got a lot of breast. We don't know where breast cancer comes from, and we don't know how to prevent it, but early detection is the best prevention. You got it? And make sure you make that appointment. It's important. It will save your life. Is there a lady here who's never had a mammogram? You've never had a mammogram? Well, you know what? That's going to end right this moment. She's going to go have a mammogram. Yes. When I started doing this, it was fun and it was exciting, but the reality is setting in that if I can reach out 1, 2, 3 women, then I know I've made a difference. Get your mammograms! Get your mammograms!
It's important because when it's too late, it's no good. You gotta have it before things happen.
God, you're gonna have a mammogram for me. Thank you.
Sonia! Very, very good.
I can't believe I did that.
Now, how many women did you sign up? How many?
Okay, I have had 9 women that have actually had their mammograms, and I have a few more that are waiting. They've made their appointments. They're just waiting for the dates to come. So I've had 9 that have completed their mammograms.
All right, let's bring down our boob count. Here's our boob count.
Can I look?
Sonia, look, you're winning with 9. Annette has 7, Jackie 8, and Ann 3. Ann's gonna get
Ann's
going.
gonna do it.
Now,
Ann's gonna do it.
Jean.
Oh, no,
Jean, the woman in the restaurant eating,
Okay.
was not interested.
Jean has breast cancer. There's a history of breast cancer in her family. Jean refuses to have a mammogram.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing I could do. She practically pushed me off my chair,
Really?
okay?
Okay.
And I figured if anyone could convince her, you could. So I asked them to bring her to the show.
She's here today. Jean,
Yeah.
let's give Jean a standing ovation because we love her. Jean, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Jean. Hi, Jean. How are you? Are you doing all right, Jean? Jean?
Pardon me? What?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, good. How you feeling today?
I feel great.
Good. I'm so happy that you came to the show. I was wondering if maybe after the program you'd like to go with me to get a mammogram.
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay, well, Jean, we have ways to bribe you. We have gifts here. We have presents. We have, technically, a lot of money. We're going to take a break, and during the commercial, I'm going to try to talk to Jean and convince her, and by the end of the show, we're hoping that we can go together and get squeezed. Me and Jean, and maybe Jean's beautiful daughter, who convinced her to come, and thank you, beautiful daughter, for convincing her to come. Sonia, you were great. Thanks for being here. We will see you at the Mammogram Mama Rundown.
Okay, you got it.
Up next, author Alex Walker. Don't go away. From a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, The Color Purple, to her latest collection of stories, The Way Forward is With a Broken Heart. Our next guest always moves and inspires me. Please welcome back to the program, Alice Walker. How are you, Alice? Lovely to see you.
I'm very well, thank you.
Yes, I love the book.
Good.
But, you know, I love all your books.
Thank you.
I've read them all, and I enjoy them immensely.
Thank you very much.
This is a wonderful collection of stories about getting your heart broken and living through it.
Well, the heartbroken state is a very honorable one.
Yes, I agree. And you decided the first part, you got the idea about right after your divorce. Is that true, to write this? Or?
Well, I was divorced many years ago.
Right.
And it took many years to actually come to terms with it. And so that's partly why I'm doing it now, because I've been writing for 30 years. And this closes a 30-year writing cycle.
For you?
Yes. And this is a part of my whole body of work that was never really explored before.
And there's the wonderful story about your marriage, about being an interracial marriage back in an era where that was dangerous.
It was illegal.
It was illegal.
It was illegal. It was in Mississippi. It was dangerous. And we were the first interracially married couple legally in Mississippi, and expected at any moment for someone to come and arrest us. Lucky for us, we were very young and very much in love and very happy, and we didn't really care.
Incredibly courageous in many ways.
Well, that's what love does. It makes you courageous.
You talk about having to go shopping in the evening.
Well, it was after many years of living there, extremely painful to be so scrutinized always when we went out together. And so we learned, like the other interracial couples, to shop late at night, and so it was much easier.
Right.
And there was finally in Mississippi an all-night shopping area, a grocery store.
There's a reference to Martin Luther King Jr., excuse me, in the book about courage.
Well, one of the things I appreciated very much about him was that he said he'd rather be dead than live in fear. And that was one of the reasons I went to live in the South after I had fled the South when I was younger, thinking I would never go back. And at the March on Washington in, I think, in the early 60s, he said to all of those Southerners, those black Southerners who usually left the South, go home and do the work that is needed to be done there. And it was extremely revolutionary. And I went. I was one of those who went. And so he taught us that if there's something that is really frightening, go toward it. Don't run from it.
Yeah, it's a very important mantra to keep for your life, you know, to face the fear. Because if you run from it, it will follow you forever.
Absolutely.
There's also a beautiful quote about Mae West in the book, which I found sort of strange that you would find the inspiration from her, but appropriate after I read it.
Oh, yes, I love Mae West.
Yeah.
I really like big women with attitude.
Here I am. That's why you're on this program. The show for you. Tell everyone the Mae West quote that you enjoyed. Did you see Dirty Blonde, incidentally?
No.
You must go see that. It's still running on Broadway.
Yeah.
Claudia Schiffer wrote this beautiful show about Mae West.
Great.
And it's 3 characters in the play, and she plays Mae West as well as a young girl who was the fan of Mae West.
Ah.
I think you would love it. It's beautifully written.
Yes.
But what's the quote of Mae West?
Well, this quote that opens this book is, I wrote the story myself. It's all about a girl who lost her reputation and didn't miss it.
Right. Exactly.
And it's all about how we can get stuck in our reputation.
Right.
And how it becomes a trap.
Exactly.
And you can see this very clearly in people who have the reputation, for instance, of always being young. You know, you're looking young, and that becomes their reputation. And then they try to hold that until they're 90.
Yeah.
And it's very, very hard because that is such a trap, and it means that you stop living your life after a certain point.
In the moment where you are. I see it oftentimes, especially with celebrities who try to maintain, you know, the time period where they were at their peak, popularity-wise. And it's so sort of sad to sit in this position and watch them and go, you know what, it's okay.
Right.
Because everyone else is getting older, too.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I was speaking before, when the show began, about JFK Jr., how I was dreaming about him recently, and last night you talk about him as well. That really profoundly moved you, as it did so many people, his untimely death.
I never expected to outlive him.
No,
and
nor
I
did
don't think any of us did. And so when and I remembered him really just as that little boy, you know, saluting his father's coffin. So when I learned that he had died, it was a great loss. I really looked at him. I really saw him. I saw all those photographs. That was, you know, I had never really looked at him as a grown man, you know, pictures. And I really looked at him. And I realized we really lost someone who seemed to be very decent, a very good person. And I wanted very much to feel that the 3 people who died had learned the secret of life, which is to really live it, no holds barred. You know, just be there for it. Be present. Enjoy it. You know?
Yeah.
So that was my hope for them.
Yeah, I hope that's true as well. You know, it seemed to me when he died, I remember thinking, it's so unjust, because to have suffered so much as he had in his life, to have lost so much already so young, you know, you expected him to be able to have the happy ending.
A long life.
You wanted that for him so much, to have the happy ending.
Exactly.
Yes, so tragic. The book is amazing. It really is, and I encourage everyone to read it along with all your other books, because you're a great writer and one of my favorites of all time. Thank you for being here. The way forward is with a broken heart. Alice Walker. The whole audience gets a copy of it on the way out. And thank you for that. Jane Seymour up next. We'll be back right after this. Great. Say hi to Christian Slater.
Ooh, that's good.
Plus live music from Kelly Price, Monday on Rosie.
brand new Christmas CD. This is the first one that came off literally. And someone in the audience works for Sony, had that for me. We're going to sign it, put it up on eBay. It's going to be available in just a couple weeks. Jessica Simpson, Smash Mouth, Macy Gray, the Dixie Chicks, Jewel, Ricky Martin, Destiny's Child, Linda Eder, Sugar Ray, Billy Gilman, Mark Anthony, Donna Summer, Barry Manilow, and me. Duets for Christmas, all the proceeds for charity. So there you have it. Our next guest does it all, TV, movies, crafts, and if that weren't enough, she's the mother of 6 kids. Please welcome back to the show the very busy Jane Seymour.
Hi, great.
You look lovely as always.
Thank you.
Can I tell you that I love the story of this movie?
It's great, isn't it? It's a true story.
Yes, I read the book. Where did I read about this?
Well, it was a book called Yesterday's Children, but it really happened. Originally, it happened to an English woman called Jenny Cole, who I met.
Right.
And anyway, basically, so people know what the story is. She was reincarnated from an Irish woman who died in 1932.
Right. So here's the woman contemporary.
Right.
In what year was it? Like 90?
Somewhere in the 90s.
Yes. She's married. She's got kids.
Yeah.
And she starts having these dreams about other children and another life.
Right.
She doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And then she comes to find out there was a family that had a mother die, and they had 8 children.
Right.
And that she felt that she was
that
the mother who had come back into another body.
Right. And then what was very compelling was that she had these very clear visuals of it. She tracked this woman down on her grave and found the children and managed to convince the children that she actually was the reincarnation of their mother. And what was so amazing was the eldest son, Sonny, when he was 13 years old, on her deathbed, she made him promise that he would keep the kids together. And he couldn't keep the promise because he was from a very abusive Irish father who was drunk all the time. And he had actually gotten the kids out and sent them to orphanages. And he hadn't seen his brothers and sisters in 65 years. So he felt heartbroken because he couldn't follow his mother's wish.
Right.
And this woman found the kids and put them back together again. So now I met these people. They're 89, 85, 89 years old.
So imagine you're 85 and, your mother died when you were 13, and this woman comes back in her 40s and says, oh, by the way, I'm your mother. And the oldest son, Sonny, did not believe it. He couldn't believe that it was really his mother. He thought it was all rubbish.
Right.
Then we have a clip to show you this is actually what happened, which convinced him that it was his mom. Take a look.
I know this is difficult to understand, but I just wanted to know that you were all right. And I wanted to know about your brothers and sisters.
I don't know what happened to my brothers and sisters. I haven't seen them for 65 years.
But I thought that you were going to...
I don't want to know what you thought. And I don't know who you are. And I'm not going to talk about my family, not to you, nor to anyone else. You say you know me, but you don't. You don't know me at all.
I know you let the rabbit go.
See, when he was a boy...
Yeah.
When you could tell, go ahead.
Okay, when he was a boy and he had a trap, a rabbit trap, and his father was very abusive and said, get that rabbit, go check the trap. And he was with his mother, and this rabbit was trapped and he wanted to let it go. And he said to his mom, what do I do? And she said, whatever it's up to you. And he let the rabbit go, and he made her swear that she would never tell anyone ever that he had done this. So that's when Sonny realized that this was really the reincarnation of his mother. There was no other explanation.
It is the most amazing book, one of the most amazing books I've ever read. After I read it, I went and got newspaper articles about it, because it really fascinated me. I think because probably I have a dead mother, maybe that's why.
Oh, and you're Irish, aren't you?
And I'm Irish.
And you're Irish. We shot the whole thing in Dublin. It was amazing. I insisted on meeting the real people, which I did.
And here's a picture of the real woman next to Jane on this side. And here's Hume Crone with the real Sonny
the real
there.
Sonny. And they're very devout Catholics, by the way. And I said, how do you, deal with that? Because the Catholics don't believe in reincarnation. But, we have a bit in there about a priest who says that he feels that, Catholics believe in miracles, and this was just one of those miracles.
Right. It's a fascinating story, and it's going to be on this Sunday night on CBS at 9 o'clock. Definitely tune in to watch it. I can't wait to see it, because I remember reading it thinking, what a great movie this would be.
Yeah, it's gotten good reviews, too.
How are your children?
They're great, and I hear you've got another one.
Yes, I have 4. I'm catching up to you, Jane.
And you've got one in kindergarten, because, mine started kindergarten.
The twins?
twins.
Yeah.
One of them already went to the principal's office twice in the first week.
No kidding.
Yes.
What's he doing?
He was painting himself in glue, and then he came up and gave the teacher a big hug.
On purpose?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know, but he, when he went to the principal's office, he just goes, no. And he refused to talk for like 2 hours.
Really?
He said, we have a problem,
No kidding. Now, did they call you in? Did you have to have the meeting?
Oh, yeah, they called me in for the meeting. Actually, he's been really good ever since, so we didn't actually have to have the meeting. But he had 2 principal office visits in 1 week, which was...
Yeah. Well, he's got a leg up on my kid because I've had 2 parent-teacher conferences so far, but we haven't gone to the principal's office yet. But, he's very boisterous, and he tells jokes in the middle of class, and...
I wonder where he gets that from.
Well, you know what he does? This is what he'll do. The teacher will be talking about, this is the letter G, and he raises his hand. You ever see the letter G knitting a sweater? And the teacher goes, Parker, what is that? He goes, that's a joke, because G's can't really knit sweaters, so that's funny. And the teacher says it's not funny, and Parker goes, it's funny to me. Every day, that's my kid. Because when he's at home and he does it, I think it's hysterical. So bad.
I mean, I have the twins, and one of them is an athlete, and the other one's 2 inches smaller, so he's a sit-down comedian. He doesn't want to, waste any energy.
Sports, right.
But he does do the sports, but he's really funny. I mean, he's definitely going to be a comedian.
They get along well, the 2 of them?
Really well.
That's great.
Really well. And their latest thing now is take all their clothes off and run around the house, and they're the naked invaders. I mean, it's like, how do you explain this to your friends? Like, well, excuse me, we have naked children.
Exactly. My kids do that, too. He says, nudie boy. He takes off his clothes, runs around and screams, nudie boy! I'm like, all right.
And then when you have kids over to play, how do you explain to them, oh, God, there's 3 nudie boys?
Exactly, yeah, that's not really the best.
It's not a good thing.
Well, it's lovely to see you. Thank you very much for being here. I'm definitely going to watch the movie on Sunday night. CBS, Yesterday's Children. We'll be back right after this break. If you are pregnant and want information about adoption, please call Rosie Adoptions at 1-800-841-0804. We want to thank the Millennium Diagnostic Imaging in the Bronx for providing free mammograms for the women. Our mammogram mamas sign up. Thanks to them and to all the people who are taking care of their breasts this month. And Jean hasn't yet decided, but I gave her my home number, and if she wants to get a mammogram, I'm going with her. This CD is available October 24th, but you can pick up this one, the first one with my autograph, on eBay today. We'll see you tomorrow. We got a great super kid. You don't want to miss it. Also, Richard Gere and the Broadway's Full Monty. Bye-bye. We'll see you tomorrow. To the show, fly our official carrier, American Airlines, who is removing seats from every plane to create more room for coach passengers. On American, coach has more class. Guests of the Rosie O'Donnell Show stay at La Parker Meridian, featuring breathtaking views of Central Park and the New York skyline. La Parker Meridian, uptown, not uptight.